I don't normally click on white women's videos, and yet, here we are.
I'll never tell. You know you love me. XOXO.
Oh my god, this coffee is so fucking good. Hi, my name is Audra. Welcome to my channel. Above all things, this is an entertainment channel. I came across this video. I have heard of Kackie, but I have not ever seen a video by Kackie. But the title, I'm Not Having Fun Anymore, that dragged me in. And before you ask, yes, I do leave my house looking like this. I see you Reddit girlies. I know what you think. I do though. So I thought today, the one day that I have off, besides streaming on Twitch, which you should follow me there, besides streaming on Twitch, I also wanted to do a little react video for you. I have another one of these in the pipeline. I'm gonna start doing a lot more of these because honestly I enjoy them, and I want to, so. Anyways, I did try to reach out to Kackie to let girly know, hey, I'm doing a react to your video. However, she has her DM set to like, I don't accept things from new people, and I wasn't gonna follow her because, as I said before, I do not, as a general rule, click on white creators' videos to keep my feed from turning into White-a-palooza. Sorry if that upsets you, but also, no, I'm not. So this video is from Kackie Reviews Beauty. It's called I'm Having a Moment. Let us get started on watching it. I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm sitting here doing this. Okay, here we go.
Trying some new makeup. I've got some new Chanel. I've got some other new stuff. But mainly, I just need to blow off some steam today. It's like, are you going to adapt to everything trying to be TikTok, or are you going to get left behind?
I feel like a lot of creators have been talking about this. I've briefly chatted about this. I chat about it on my Twitch channel. I chat about it with my patrons, etc., etc. But the thing is, it does feel like that. Like, I don't have, first of all, this is not my job. So no shade to Kackie, no shade to anybody who this is their job, but this is not my job, right? And it's very difficult every time they change things. And it's not saying that I'm not going to change, although that is difficult in and of itself for me. I am autistic, I have ADHD. Change is not easy for me, right? But it's especially difficult for those of us who are just like, this is my hobby, I enjoy doing it. And to watch your content like not be seen because I don't have time. I have to choose, you know what I mean? I have to choose. Am I gonna make a video or am I gonna make a reel? Sometimes I can try to like blur the things together, but most of the time it's like I have to half-ass one of them, and 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be the reel, you know what I mean? It's gonna be the short form content because I don't have time. If you hadn't even noticed on my channel, I have switched from even really just talking about makeup and whatnot and like talking as I'm applying a product to just like putting all the shit on my face. And then we're gonna have a conversation later, and it's probably gonna be a voiceover. I literally, like, I just don't have the time or the energy. So let's keep cracking. You made some points, girl. All right, I'm getting off. It's very early. It's 7:49 a.m. Just like, give me a break.
I didn't get like hung up on this being like a part of my personality, you know, like that, you know, my content it's so attached to me and my soul.
Yes, girly. Here's the thing. For me personally, I think that's another reason why I started stepping back and kind of retreating, because it does feel personal when you're watching everything that you worked hard for just like fall. Like, I literally went on a trajectory of like going upwards to like, not only am I static, but I'm losing, right? And it is what it is. There's nothing that I can, like, I can't force people to get over here. I can't force myself in the algorithm. And it's wild because I'm doing pretty much a lot of the same, if not better content. My editing skills have significantly improved. All of this is and like, I'm still going nowhere, right? And again, it is what it is. But because of that happening, it is causing me to feel more and more like I want to retreat and like detach myself from my content, so that as I continue to see it decrease and fall to the wayside, it's not really a personal attack on me anymore. Again, I am an autistic person, so it's not super hard for me to do that. It's pretty easy for me to just distance myself from things and just be like, well, that's not really a part of me anymore. It's just something that I do. And like, that's really what I've started doing with my content because it's easier. It's like, it's less stressful.
Well, I'm gonna put it bluntly, I hate TikTok. I hate it so much. It abuses my attention span. I've said that a million times.
Same girl. Listen, here's the thing. I make content for TikTok from time to time, and it's usually just like me lying around with bow atop me, just like saying or doing whatever, right? Like I said before, I don't have time. I don't have time to be doing all this. And the small amount of time that I do have, I mean, I work, especially it's holiday season, so I could work anywhere between 12, 14, 16-hour days, right? I literally do not have the time nor the energy, like the physical energy to put into doing TikToks. And also, I really hate them for beauty reviews. I know everybody's going over there being like, da, da, but first of all, like, I don't like, maybe it's because I'm elderly, you know what I mean? I'm elderly, so like, I don't like the, hey guys, like, it makes me feel really uncomfortable. I'm like, oh, why is this happening to me? Like, I genuinely get like, oh, I don't watch beauty content on TikTok. My TikTok, if you want to see what a Black queer person's feed actually looks like on TikTok, let me know, because I will be happy to react to some TikToks here, because I am telling y'all, like, y'all see all the white creators react, and let me just tell you, like, they do not have the same feed. We do not have the same feed at all. At all. I don't really watch a lot of TikTok, and I don't, like, if there's something serious happen, like, I try to avoid all of that because life is miserable enough for me as it is. So I really try to avoid any current events. I try to avoid any drama for the most part, unless it's like funny drama, like the womb lands. Holy shit, that was, oh my God, delicious. Embarrassing for her, sort of embarrassing for him, but like, anyways, but for the most part, I just watch like really, like, there are people who are making short films that are hilarious on there, and I live for it. Live for it.
They make it seem like it's kind of a no-brainer, which I know that it isn't. And I know that they're putting in a lot of work. There are a lot of people over on TikTok who are making 6 to 10 TikToks a day. Like, that sounds miserable to me.
Here's the other thing too about short form content for me is like all of my content is generally organic. And by generally, I mean like, I don't really script. I can't. Listen, I can't do it. You know, cheers, big ups to those of you who can script and are killing it with the script game. It's not me, hun. And so when it comes to even short form content, I can't even be bothered. Like, everything that you see when I'm reacting, like all of this reacted, like this is what's happening in real time for me, right? And obviously we all do cut down to whatever. I think it's funny when people are like, it's a, you know, calculated persona. And to a degree, yes, but to like another degree, you really don't want to see our fully unedited photos. Anyways, as I do with ADHD, I'm getting off topic. You don't want to see a whole like this video in and of itself, there's probably going to be like 2 to 3 hours of footage, right? Do you want to watch 2 to 3 hours of me just going, or scratching my left tit? No. Anyways, back in.
And there are channels, entire channels, making their entire multi-million-dollar careers right now out of just updating other creators on the rapid changes in the algorithm. And it is giving this old girl a huge headache. I hate it.
First of all, I'm significantly older than you. No, I'm just kidding. We're not gonna battle over age. No, okay. So here's the thing. First of all, my honest opinion on YouTube Shorts. Here's what I think is gonna happen. Just like when Instagram ate like Snapchat, because like really who's using Snapchat anymore other than for your online dating experience? And okay, but I really feel like YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels, they're gonna cannibalize it until TikTok goes away, basically, until TikTok is not needed. That's the point. But the thing about creating shorts, first of all, I have one of them fancy schmancy phones, boopity boop, from Samsung. I cannot create shorts, actually. I could, but I can't now. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not supported on this. So I can't even like create a short. And the other thing, fun fact, is currently, you still can't create them via desktop. Let me just double check, but I feel like I could not create them using desktop, which I found very irritating. Like, girl, what? But yeah, trying to keep up with the ever-changing way that content is being consumed is super difficult, especially when this isn't your job, right? Trying to do all of the things, like I'm huge about, and I've said this I've said this before, you can go way back into my content, especially when the panty first started, and we did a lot of lives, etc., etc. And one of the things I said is like, it is good to diversify your content, and in the sense of not being in one place and putting all your eggs in one basket. But that is to say, it means like if I'm on Twitch, I am gaming on Twitch. Do you know what I mean? I'm not on Twitch doing beauty content for the most part. Like 99.9% of what I do on Twitch has nothing to do with beauty, right? Because these are different audiences. I'm doing a different thing. And the same for my TikTok. What I do on my TikTok is not what I do here. It's not what I do on Twitch. It's not what I do on YouTube. I know that can make it harder to grow your brand, but my point is that you should be diversifying it. And what I am seeing right now is the majority of people are putting the exact same content on all of the platforms, right? So they're putting the same reel on Instagram that they put on TikTok, that they put on YouTube Shorts. So it's not even new content, right? It's not even new, it's not different, it's not fresh, it's recycled. And there's, obviously, I get why you would do that, because like Kackie was saying earlier, there's some people who are making like 6 TikToks a day, right? And one of the reasons, by the way, that people do that is because let's say you make one TikTok, right? If it doesn't hit, then you're back to square one. And if that's your full-time job, you can't not have one of them hit. So you make 6, and usually you're gonna drop between either all of them or at least half of them. Because if you're a larger creator, one of them will hit and take off, and you'll be doing a good job, etc., etc. You've done the things you wanna do, blah-de-do. But you do all of that, and that takes a lot of work. I think people think that creating short form content is easy, and it's not. It's difficult. Like making, not even, I wouldn't say difficult, it just is time consuming, right? Making one, 30-second reel on Instagram can take like an hour, 2 hours, from filming to editing to uploading, putting all the hashtags. Like I've even given up on hashtags. I'm so tired. I do, like, I'm just like, fuck it. Who cares? No one does. All right, we're gonna continue. I'm gonna keep hitting the high points of her video. Okay, let's go.
Speaking of this old girl, I was watching 60 Minutes, that resource for the most up-to-date breaking news. But, TikTok is a Chinese company. The TikTok that we all know, with no limitations, and the kind of content that, it's just kind of like sugar to our brains, over to the US, while over there, at least for kids under 14, they are showing them like STEM content and how to do like, math and science and stuff at home.
So this is something I did find interesting when Kackie's talking about the weirdness of how we're getting the, junk food, candy, fast food version, and they're over there, like she said, getting the spinach version. And of course, I don't make a joke that I'm a dumb American for no reason, y'all. Come on. But no, it is unsettling the amount of time that if you're not paying attention, you can spend just in a ridiculous amount of time watching TikTok. Now, I don't anymore like I did when I first got it. I can't tell you what changed, what happened in my brain. But honestly, it's just ADHD, honestly. I get bored easily from watching it, and it doesn't give me the snaps that I need. I actually do need long form content, especially if I want to disassociate for a while. I need something that's gonna be, 2 hours or whatever, so that when I finally snap out of my disassociation, I'm like, where am I? What's going on? I'm in my house. Excellent. I'm on the couch as usual. But the fact that like it's made to be so addictive, weird, But also, we're watching this content and I feel like it spreads information very quickly, but all of the information is not correct. It's like Twitter. RIP. Anyways, continue.
The prevalence of short form content and the way that we're being forced to do it or else be punished by not being given enough viewership to kind of like keep growing or sustaining even on our platforms, that makes it so that it's not fun anymore to me because I don't feel like I can make the content that I want to make.
So this is the point that I really like that she's making, and I've been talking about for a while. Already, I'm a creator of color, so I already have that going against me in the algorithm. So, like, I don't want to hear any. Listen, if you're gonna try to argue that with me, I want to see your homepage. Okay, thank you. All right. Anyways, if you have creators of color that you actually care to watch, that's why I don't click on white creators. Unless you're my friend and I know you, I ain't clicking on it, I ain't watching it. You're getting punished by this algorithm for not doing the new thing, right? So by me not creating shorts, I am going to continue to fall further and further and further down into the algorithm, which means fewer and fewer people are gonna see my content. Even people who are subscribed won't see my content unless they have a full noties on. And I understand why people don't have it on. I don't have it on. I don't like it. It stresses me out to look at my phone and see all these notifications. I get mad stress from that. I'm like, oh my God. And it just like starts to panic me, right? And so it feels like we are quite literally under the gun at this point. You know, you either conform or die. Like, conform or die. And for me, this is a hobby that I enjoy. I would like at some point, I thought that would be nice. It's no longer a possibility, but I would have liked to been able to support myself being a content creator, not just via YouTube, but like using YouTube and Twitch and all that, because I'm a creative person at heart. I have always been. I am a nerd, a drama theater nerd, but like I still don't like musicals. Don't test me there. But I like all those kinds of things, right? I've been a creator from day none. And it is very frustrating that you want me to basically put on a persona that I really can't do. I've spent years now unmasking, right? And like allowing me to be my full autistic self. I've spent all of this time doing this, and now you want me to put this mask back on so that I can pretend to be like super excited. And the thing is, I already know I am a creator of color, so I already know you're going to push me further back anyways. And so I'm gonna do all this work being a weirdo. I'm already weird, but I'm gonna have to like turn on an extra weird to be normal, if that makes sense. Because this is me attempting to act like normal beauty creators. Hi guys, what's up? It's me, Audra. Have I got a show for you today? Get ready. Like I can't, ugh. I'm sorry, that just like made me sick in my stomach. Did you get sick? I got sick. So you're wanting to kind of keep looping and looping and looping, like she said, get this stuff looping around. But here's the thing, as a viewer, this is why I don't enjoy beauty TikTok at all for the most part, because a lot of it is undisclosed sponsorships, like tons of it is undisclosed ads, undisclosed sponsorships. The filters that so many people hate so much, so prevalent. And people think that because they don't see a filter listed that they're not using one. Oh, babes. No, you can literally download the video. Yeah. You can put a filter on it, download the video, then re-upload the video. It's not gonna show you have a filter. You can do it on any of them. It's not gonna show you have a filter at all. So, some people that you think are filterless, baby, it's not good lighting, okay? It's not all, I'm just saying. So you want me to condense my content into almost nothing to gain traction and attention. And as Kackie says later on in this video, she brings up, even if she does all of that, right? And she's like, okay, but the audience from TikTok, if I bring them over here, I do not have short form content on my channel. This video alone is 32 minutes, right? So if she has a 45-second TikTok, right, and it blows up, people are like, oh my God, I love Kackie so much. Is that how you say it? Let's hope that it is. And they are like so excited. They come here and find that she has 32-minute videos. It's gonna zero sum out. Do you see what I'm saying? Those people came here because apparently they thought they were gonna get more short form content. And that's not what they're getting from her here, right? They're getting her long form beauty content, okay? And so the people that she already has on her channel that are there for this long form content, they're gonna get turned off by the YouTube shorts that she's putting up like regularly, constantly, and consistently, and then they're gonna leave. So we're like, this is where we're all as creators getting stressed out. I know that y'all keep seeing these videos, but the reason people are getting stressed isn't like, oh, I'm just not good at things, or oh, I hate TikTok, or oh, it's the reality that like we're trying to gain new audiences while keeping the audience that we have, but not alienating anyone. And that is like, it's fucking impossible. Let us continue.
And it's like, that's not the kind of content I want to make. I got on this platform because I related to other creators and I wanted to continue relating to other people, not making stuff that just games the algorithm.
And that is a favorite of mine. She was saying, I also got on this platform because I related to other creators. In fact, oddly, creepily, I am friends with some of them now. Listen, we're not gonna talk about it, but it's true. It's true. Like I related to Jen Love, we're friends. Related to Teresa, we're friends. Related to Lacey, Spooky Lips and Fat Hips, we're friends. Related to M, we're friends. Related to Nappy Headed Hoba, we're friends. Weird world, weird world. But anyways, but that's why I got here. And that's another reason why I started creating content. It's because I was like, I want to be that space that these people were for me. For those of you who don't know the story, we'll go real quick. I was getting divorced from a horrible human being. And I wanted to have a life of friends. But at the time, I worked a lot. And I worked weird hours. So like going out with people wasn't a thing that I could do. And honestly, I don't want to. But my friends became these folks on YouTube. They became the people that I got up and got ready with. They became the people that I prepared my evening with. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, let's make dinner. And I would be like listening to them talk about whatever it was that they were talking about. And to me, that's the point. On TikTok, specifically, we're talking about beauty content beauty content on TikTok. I don't know you, okay? You don't know me, right? If you go to my Instagram Reels, right, you wouldn't get a sense, I mean, you might get a sense of like my makeup style, this shit. By the way, this look, aptly named palette, all right? This is the Fantasy Cosmetica Sorcerer palette. Oof, I like this a lot. This is 4 shades, 4 shades. Yeah. 4 shades. Just this little corner here. Love it. Anyways, we're gonna move on. But I don't get that sense of feeling and like, oh, I know them. Like if you watched a reel, you wouldn't feel like you really know my personality, you know anything about me. And maybe that's what people want, right? Maybe people are just like in there, I'm tired of being sold shit, both whatever. And I guess, but everybody's selling you something. So like, just get over that. But I'm like, literally get over it. That is social media. It's going to be that way. It's not going to change. It's been like that. That's been television. That it's always been like that. So please, like, please stop. Like, please stop losing your mind over being like, I just hate being sold stuff. Like you're being sold stuff every second of every day. So like, we just need to get past that part of it. But I just don't feel like I can form a connection with these people in any way, shape, or form. I feel like I'm just like watching them do some stuff, and otherwise it's like, all right, and then I just leave, right? And then that means that like I don't care about them, and I'm a parasocial person. There's actually nothing wrong with a parasocial relationship. I will die on that hill. There's nothing wrong with it. It's only wrong when you make it creepy, you know? When you make that your whole personality, okay? When you defend horrible people or even good people when they've done a bad thing. You know what I mean? That's when your parasocial relationship has gotten a little out of hand. It's creepy. It's bad when you're going into someone's house because they're having a small breakdown. Do you see what I'm saying? That's where parasocial gets weird. But I enjoy that parasocial relationship that I get with creators. And I feel like you don't get that kind of parasocial fun relationship with a creator if they are condensing their content into 40 seconds. Do you know what I mean? Like FD Signifier makes amazing long form content. Here for it. Khadijah and Bo, amazing long form content. Here for it, right? And they have also been talking about it as well. They being Khadijah talked about like, it's hard to even want to do this when you feel like it's not paying you back, whether this is your job or not, because this shit is expensive. Like, I have gone on, right? This shit is expensive. It costs money to do this, right? Like this mic, not cheap. You know, this camera that I'm filming on, also not cheap. And this is my webcam streaming camera, not cheap, right? It's actually a very good camera for like, it's a webcam, good ass camera. The lighting that I have, not cheap. Oh, like I have monitors in here, this laptop itself, and I already need another laptop because this bitch is already obsolete. So the money that you get from the AdSense and all of that es muy importante even for your hobby. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't get and don't think about. And most importantly, like for Kackie, this is their job. This is their job, right? And they're like not super eager to have to go out and get another job, which I wouldn't either. I would not either, babes. I would not. Listen, I feel you. And it's not like you're not being full of yourself or whatever. This is your job. This is your job. And to feel like that job is slipping out from underneath you is a stressor. You should feel stressed. There's nothing that you can do but feel stressed. I would feel stressed. I do feel stressed. I used to make, triple what I currently make on my channel. And it has been a struggle. Like, it has been a bit of a struggle to watch that just keep dwindling and dwindling and dwindling. It makes it very hard for me to even like bother trying to get new stuff. And I'm not even just talking about product. It makes it difficult to be able to get the things that I need to be able to make my content good. Like, bitch, it's very obnoxious. It's very frustrating. And it just becomes like this battle that you have with yourself regularly as to whether or not you can spend the money. Because I think, again, as viewers of content and you've never created, there is this idea in people's heads that if anybody does YouTube as a job, they're rich. And like that needs to go away. One of my favorite content creators currently is Solari. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I'm gonna insert a clip here.
This especially stings when you have commenters saying how I should buy a $300 Adobe Audition de-esser plugin just because my sibilances are too loud, or get a $1,000 shotgun microphone just because they don't like seeing my condenser mic in the shot, or how I should get voice lessons, etc. I'd like to be able to do these things, why wouldn't I? Anyone who makes anything wants to be better at it, disposal. But to hear from people who, might I add, aren't even patrons, saying that I should spend a bunch of my limited income just because they don't like looking at my microphone is kind of insulting. It shows a profound lack of understanding as to what it's like trying to run a channel with the tiniest of resources.
But he's definitely correct. People will make suggestions all the time. Oh, I hope you pick up this palette. I hope you grab this. I hope you do this. And you want to be able to do that. But if you're not like, guess my job, I get paid at my job. But guess what? That money goes to like rent. That money goes to my rent. That money goes to making sure Bo Bear eats delicious foods. So like the money I make from doing YouTube is in Twitch. That's the money that I use. I put that money back into my content. For real, for real, for real. Like when people say that, that's what they mean. Like, that is what they mean. Like, oh, I put it back into the content. Yes, that's what we mean. We mean like getting better cameras, getting better editing software, being able to purchase different software, music programs, hiring people to make emotes, you know, hiring people to make your intro, like things like that. Like, I make mine because, you know, I'm a person who is very controlling and I like to control my own shit. But like, otherwise, like, a lot of people would not be able to continue creating. If you look right now at, like, I see this pop up all the time in the BGC Reddit thread, right? Yeah, because I'm a nosy bitch. I'm always in there. Yeah, that's right. I will admit it. Everybody else can sit there and be like, oh, I don't go in there because, well, I go in there. I'm a nosy bitch. Yeah, that's right. I'm nosy and I'm there. But I see this pop up all the time of people looking for creators and wondering where they went. If your channel starts to die, eventually at some point, you're either forced to adapt, and if you don't want to adapt or you can't adapt for whatever reason, you just walk away. You just walk away. Like, if I have to make a choice in between creating YouTube content, right, and like my jobby job, I have to do my jobby job. My jobby job pays the rent, right? That is how I'm able to eat food every day. So like, I completely understand where she's coming from when she's talking about like the stress of trying to create weird short form content that isn't even who you are, just so that you can game an algorithm, when that's not even why you started creating content in the first place. Like, I started this as like my own safe space, like a little place where I could be myself and not be ridiculed and belittled by the person that was supposed to be my life partner. I needed a little piece, and this became my piece. And now watching it just like slide away, it's been, honestly, the past probably 6 months, maybe longer, have been so fucking stressful. And watching it just like slide away, I've just been like, and like really making decisions of like, how much more effort am I gonna put into this? Or am I just gonna like stop doing it at all? Like, I never know. I never know. Let's continue.
And like, I'm also not like super hell-bent on just growing all the time. I'm not that person who's just like, my life will only be complete if, you know, I'm doing multi-million-dollar deals and I have 1 million subscribers. I kind of feel like that time has passed to some extent, and I don't want to like shoot myself. I don't want to like sell myself or my fellow creators short, but like, I really don't feel like you have to do that in order to make money now.
Yeah, and I'm not huge on growing either. Like, I know I was just talking about my numbers, but like, I don't even want to like blow up or anything. I just sustain myself. But the other thing too is, like, I have exactly 2 brands that regularly send me a dark skin PR. 2. Okay? And I know creators that are at my size and smaller that do not have this complexion, that get way more. And I'm not begrudging them their success, because I want everybody to be successful and gain everything that they want from the platform. But what I am saying, in those 2 brands, by the way, Nomad Cosmetics and Lethal Cosmetics, regularly. And here's the thing about that. I sincerely believe that the reason that these 2 brands do this is because they are not afraid of how their products are going to look on dark skin. And that's the tea there. But anyways, the days of beauty content creators just like blowing up are just like way behind us. I agree with Kackie on that as well. I don't think that like the days of just being able to shout someone out on your channel and then like they grow huge as well, gone, right? Because there's been a lot of mistrust in the beauty community, and I don't know, again, if it's ever gonna come back, who knows? But the reality of like, I gotta like, I've gotta grow or die. Like, it's just very stressful. It is a stressful ordeal, and I'm not like huge on feeling like, oh, if I don't get to X amount of subscribers, like literally I just wanted to be able to sustain myself, and the amount of subscribers doesn't necessarily matter about that. Like, you could literally have 15K but make a very good living doing this, specifically because you have brand deals, you have this, you have that, you have a few things in the irons in the fire, as people say. I really don't get that phrasing. Anyways, you have several things going for you, so you're able to sustain yourself and make a living. But like, baby, not for me. Let's continue.
People deserve to have a place where they can like enjoy that content and not have to be exposed to toxic comments, and also for it to not have to be sitting in my feed for the people who don't want it. So I'm going to put it behind the membership paywall. But I feel like, you know, a vlog a week for those people who really care about that content, and to be able to kind of have the trove of it for people who do subscribe later on, you know, for them to be able to go back and watch it, like, that's really cool. And then we have control over a smaller portion of that community. Like, that idea kind of excites me, to just have like a little safe space.
Yes. Okay, so this actually brings up a very good point, a point I have been making for quite a while, a very salient point, if you will. I've been wanting to use that word for so long. Just like, give me some. Here's the thing. This is going, like, I said this, I feel like 2 years ago when I was talking about Patreon. And I said it then, and I'm going to continue to say it. You're going to find more and more creators putting more and more of their content behind a paywall. 1, avoiding the toxic comments. 2, it helps to keep the channel afloat and working and running and it's not like, oh, you have to, but for those who can afford to like put in and help to support a creator, it helps them. And 3, sorry, I got distracted by like, I was like, what is that? I have a pain in my pinky and I don't know where it's coming from. And I've had it for, I guess, since yesterday. It's very, very weird. Anyways, but the third reason is that you can actually create the content you want to create without ever worrying about it having to perform on YouTube. That is a huge, huge reason why these platforms exist. Because like for me, I love making media content. I have been working on what I think is a really badass video for a movie. I've been working on this video for I feel like weeks at this point now. But a lot of those videos do not do well on my channel. So I created another channel for it. We'll see how that all goes. I don't care. But but that's the point. Because when you start off on this journey, right, it feels like you have to niche yourself. I'm fully against the niche. I'm so against it. It's like, I don't feel like you should have to keep creating little pieces of yourself in various little forms, because I think that if you keep splitting yourself off like that, it's not good for you as a human being, just generally. I don't think that it is healthy for you to do that. It's not great. I'm gonna say it's just not great. I don't think mental health wise, it is good for you as a content creator to be constantly splitting yourself off into all these little sections. But when you have a Patreon or a channel membership, it is a space where you can do exactly what Kackie's talking about. Vlogs, right? If people don't like vlogs, I have a few vlogs up on my Patreon as we speak, right? One of them's the rodeo. It's a good time. But I have a few vlogs up. So like I can put that content there where people actually enjoy it. And for me, a huge reason that I actually enjoy having my Patreon and channel memberships, listen, answering comments is so anxiety inducing for me. I'm dead ass. It is extremely anxiety inducing. I get so fucking stressed out trying to respond to comments, y'all, because I don't know what to say. And I'm always like, say the right thing. Say the right thing. Like, I don't feel like I'm gonna say the right thing. But when you're a channel member or a patron, I see you a lot. Some of you I have seen on Zoom. We have chatted back and forth. You show up in the live streams, so I know who you are, so I know that I can respond and I can talk to you like a person. I know that it's weird for people. Like, I am also a people, you know what I mean? But I don't know how to people. I'm a people, I don't know how to people. So yeah, that's another thing for me, is I love having the channel memberships and the Patreon, because I see y'all, I know you, and it makes it easier for me to respond. Speaking of patrons, we're gonna take a quick little break so that I can run them by here. These are the patrons and channel members. I love y'all so much. Y'all keep this channel afloat. It is the reason that I continue to create even when I feel like giving up and being like, fuck this, let it all go, burn it to the ground. I'm a Taurus. Anyways, Thank y'all. And now we're gonna get right back into it.
And so we're all kind of trying to thread the needle in our own way to stay relevant. But like, it's not so much that I want to be relevant in the sense of like going viral. Like, I don't give a crap about that. Like, I'm not trying to be the next like YouTube darling, you know? I'm not trying to be Mr. Beast or something.
I like what she says about going viral, because I don't want to go viral. I want that on record. I do not want to go viral at all. Period. Point blank. It is stressful. I've had like, I feel like 2, perhaps 3 TikToks go viral. Hated it. Hated it. It was anxiety. I didn't even want to open the app. I didn't want to open it because I make TikToks and then I just object permanence. I close the app. I go on about my business and I open it back up because I'm like, ooh, I wonder what fun thing I'm gonna say. Holy shit, my shit's gone. It's blown up. When that happens, the stress, the absolute stress. It is anxiety. I don't want to go viral. I don't want to grow exponentially fast. It's stressful for me to even consider that happening. I was stressed out when I went from like 1,000 subscribers to like 3,000, and then from 3,000 to where I am now, right? 10.8 or whatever. Listen, the next time I have a video, it's gonna be 10.7. The video after that, 10.6. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna watch this like drop down to earthquake levels. So the point is, I don't like that. I like, you know, organic, chill ass growth. Same time. Like she said, this is her job. I would like for this to, like, I will go on record as being a person who's honest enough to say like, yeah, I would like content creation to be what I do. Creativity, it never stops for me. I'm all day. This is probably why I don't script. While I'm at work, like it's all like a video runs through my head of how I want to film, etc., etc. And then if I have the ability to do so, then I'm able to like come home and do it. It's just, I do feel like all my creativity, all of the effort, all of this work that I put into it is becoming like moot. And so like, I guess like in a weird little protest, I was just like, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm just gonna show the makeup and I'm gonna just like disappear into like the ethos, because it's just becoming, again, I'm detaching myself from my content so that I don't feel personally attacked, so that it does not personally upset me, so that I'm not feeling like people don't like me. Do you know what I mean? Not like I even care if people like me, because honestly, but you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm just trying to detach me being personally involved in my content so that it's not as painful as the ship goes down.
I just kind of want to like mind my business and like hang out with y'all, you know? It's like being in a job where someone's like forcing you to keep rising and keep rising and keep rising, and you're like, I kind of like what I'm doing, you know? Is that so bad? Like, to not be much more ambitious than that?
No, Kackie, it is not bad. It is not bad. I really, really like that she brought this up, because I feel like there's so many people, and like Jackie Ina's talked about this as well, how people be like, I can't believe you only have X amount of subscribers. And the thing about that is like, I get what y'all are saying, like you are like surprised because you think so highly of me because I've conned you into thinking I'm cute and amazing. But like, the reality is I don't need to have 1 million subscribers to feel accomplished. I don't need that overwhelming, like, I don't need everybody to love me. In fact, you know, listen, the 100K club is a bad one to be in. It's like good, but it's bad, and the way that people start to talk about you as if you're not a human being. So and to not be ambitious. There's nothing wrong with ambition, right? Right. But there is like this weird sensation of people feeling very comfortable with like the idea that you should want more than you have, right? So like for me, ultimate goal for my channel, it's probably gonna be like 75K. That probably might be like the maximum. My actual current goal is 13. It's been 13 forever. 13 is where I want to get to. But, you know, but to sustain myself on my channel, I'm probably gonna need like 75K to do that, right? Right. Unless like my Twitch just does exponentially well for some random reason. But like, but all of that said, it's weird the way everybody thinks that you just want to grow. And I like that because like, there's a reason that I chose the career that I chose. It's because that doesn't exist for the most part. Like, nobody's really walking around being like, have you considered your next steps? And I live for that. I'm like, no, I have not considered my next steps. I don't give a fuck about my next steps. My next step is to just get up in the morning and come here and have my soul crushed because this is what I do. Do you know what I mean? Those are my next steps. So like for content creation, it's like a large amount of us are like, I just want to be able to sustain myself. That's it. I don't want to be rich. I don't want to have five houses and big cars or a big house and 5 cars. There we go. I don't want to be rich. I don't want a big house. I don't need 5 cars. I don't want to be a rock superstar. I literally just want to sustain myself. I want to sustain myself and my dog, and enough so that I can get another dog because I have puppy fever. It's rough.
I think I really expected this feeling to pass and like for stuff to kind of catch on for me, because y'all saw me try and make short form content that I found to be really like fun. I was doing those videos where it was like, you know, makeup that gives off this vibe or whatever, and like I was having a lot of fun with those, but like the algorithm hates them and there's so much work that like I would much rather make a long form video, especially from like an ego standpoint. You know, when you put something out there and you kind of risk your neck in the beginning of your channel, it feels really vulnerable, and then when something takes off you can kind of settle in a little bit.
I really think that people have this idea in their head that the majority, like everybody's not me, right? Everybody, like the rest of these people, like they consider their content, and I don't have the time or energy to really do a lot of that and like think ahead. But even if I did, people just really don't consider that, like, it's not that you can just make a TikTok, you know? If you're trying to build a brand and you're trying to like create content, you have to storyboard, you do all this stuff. You don't just get up and create one. I think a lot of, like, it might look effortless. A lot of things look effortless. It's just like this, like people are, it is now 8:48 a.m. I've been filming for not even approximately, for 1 hour, 4 minutes and 26 seconds. So before I even did that, I took Bo out, obviously, because he had to do his dog business. And then I came in and I put this together, which was almost effortless, to be honest, because that palette is tits. I don't get paid for it. I'm just telling you. Almost an effortless thing to like get my makeup looking like this, a few little and it's a good time, right? And then I started to film. So I made some coffee. I actually need to make more coffee because after this I'm gonna edit this probably, and then I'm gonna stream. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe a nap. Probably a nap. Definitely a nap. But it doesn't just make itself. So like one YouTube video, like I guarantee you this video is 32 minutes and 14 seconds. I would put money that she was probably filming for maybe 2 hours and condense that into 32 minutes and 14 seconds, right? So for a TikTok, that's 35 seconds, 60 seconds, whatever, of a look. See where I'm going? I will also say that I know this for a fact because the videos that I have cut down to like 8 minutes, 9 minutes of me putting a look together, most of those are 30 to 45 minutes of filming. That's 30 to 45 minutes of footage that you don't see. You know what I mean? It's just me cutting, chopping, and those are easier for me to edit because I'm fucking tits at editing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually really good at it. Yes, do I have flubs here and there? Yes, because I just wasn't paying attention and I didn't care to fix it later. But overall, I'm tits at editing. It happens boop, boop, boop for me, right? So I can edit these, I can churn these out really quick. Boof, doof, doof. Does it mean I love that? No. I do like the makeup therapy videos. It's very chill for me. I'm like, oh, this is nice. But like, yeah. They're not easy. They are not, it's not like you just push this content out and it's super fast and easy and quick. It takes a lot of work, especially if it's something that you're investing your time and energy into. And I just hate that we are, like, us old guard folk, we're just being left behind if we don't want to do it, if we don't want to participate. Or if, in my case, you just can't.
Now I'm, you know, 5 years into my channel and have someone tell me, like, in order to keep moving in the career path that you want, you need to now start over and start, like, creating all these new ideas, throw things at the wall, be in competition with your fellow creators again, and completely reinvent yourself in a new format.
But really, they want you to risk it for the biscuit for no pay. They want you to create creative content for free to bring people from one platform over to another. Love that. Love working for free.
And listen, I know that people have their feelings about whether or not content creators should make money. The answer is yes, so we're not even going to argue that, because content creators have always made money. Period. All right? The actors that you love, the musicians that you enjoy, they all make money. We create content, we should make money. And the idea that I should, quite literally, in Kackie's words, risk it for the biscuit, I'm making $0. Like, this video right now, I have zero idea how much money, if any, it will make, right? I am making it, I'm gonna edit it, I'm going to do all of that, do all of this work. It's one of the reasons why I don't put links in my description box anymore, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for me to put all of this shit, link all of this shit. And it's like, yeah, you could make money if, like, people click your link, blah, blah, blah. But if they don't, I did all of that for fucking nothing, right? I did all of that. I put all that shit in the damn description box. For what? For what? I put all this extra effort for what? And I don't, like I said, I am short on time. Especially during the holiday season, I'm lucky if I get 1 day off a week. One. Okay? I'm lucky if that happens. I tend to work between 4 and 5 days straight and then maybe get a day off. If not, it's gonna be 6, 7, 8 days straight and then maybe get a day. Like, it's rough in these streets, right? With that being the case, I literally do not have the time and effort to put into trying something new in hopes that it will take off. And I'm doing it for no money. I don't, like, there's not a amount of money that I get up front. YouTubers have zero idea how, like, we have an approximation just based off of previous months on what we're gonna make, but we don't really know what we're gonna make until it hits our account. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm making this video based on previous engagement. This video will make approximately 3 cents. Love that for me. So that being the case, maybe it'll make $1.07, okay? Maybe I was being a little hyperbolic, $1.07. But that being the case, people like Kackie, people like Teresa, my friend Teresa, we are literally making content in, like, the hopes that it does well and that we will recoup some of the funds that we need to be able to keep our channel going. And all of this is free. Like, all of it. So, like, that's why when we are talking about content creators, you need to get paid. Yes, because it is a battle just trying to, like, get paid for the work that you do. Because unlike my jobby job where I go in, I get paid, this is, I make video, who knows? So, like, the same thing for the shorts. I make shorts. Will they do well? And the thing is, even if I start making them now, I don't even actually get paid for them. They're not even going to be monetized until February, truly monetized until February. So basically what you're saying is that for, like, 2 months, I'm just, like, testing it out and not really getting paid for it. And then when it's monetized, do I get, it's a whole thing. And they introduced something where I should be able to just, like, take a portion of a video and make that a short, but that currently not active. They like rolled this out to me by email, like, hey, guess what? And I was like, oh, awesome, I will use that. And then they were like, ha 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 ha.
Not yet, you stupid whore.
I'm so sorry.
And I think that that's what hurts the most, is that like it's equal to the amount of my heart that this has occupied. Like the fact that it feels tenuous and like it's something that can be like snatched out from under me, and that like my career could just kind of like peter out with a whimper. It's really heartbreaking, and it's kind of scary.
And that's what I'm gonna end on. Like, yeah, I feel like that too. I feel, because I don't want children, I'm not gonna have children. This is my legacy. This is what I leave behind, is like the random wild bullshit that I just like threw up on the internet. Like when I'm dead and gone, all that will be left is this channel. And it is sad to like kind of feel like this is the end point of me even continuing to create for it. Yeah, so that's it. Kackie, good job on this video. I would love to say that I would watch more of your channel. I can't, because you're white, and if I watch a white creator, YouTube will quite literally not stop pushing white beauty content creators at me, and then like all of the black creators that I watch just get shoved down into the algorithm. I just got Kelsey Brianna J back. I got Alicia back. Like it's gonna be, it's a lot of work. Anytime I start clicking on, like, I'm so sorry. I'd love to subscribe. I can't. The algorithm, they will ruin it for me, and I will not get black. I will not get back to black. Anyway, thank you for watching this long, wordy ass video. If you like me reacting to shit, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. I'll do more reacts to various content. Here's the thing. It's gonna happen anyway, because this is what I have time for right now. So get over it. But I know those who rock with me will still watch it, so I love y'all for doing so anyway. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. As I said kind of previously, all of my videos are sponsored by my patrons and channel members. I would not be able to create content without y'all. Like, dead ass. Thank you so much again. If you enjoy this, give it a thumbs up. I mean, you don't have to subscribe, but you do have to watch. Peace.